Good morning. What an amazing story Jacob is. What a complicated, horrible hero Jacob is. I want to go over a couple of little pieces that were read for you this morning. And sometimes when we hear those things in Sunday school or we do our own reading, we just kind of go over them pretty fast. He stole the blessing that belonged to his brother Esau. He stole the blessing. That was a huge deal. So why was it a huge deal? That blessing was the blessing that was given to Abraham, and that Abraham gave to Isaac, and that Isaac intended for his oldest son, Esau. It was the one that was to continue that your descendants will be as numerous as the stars in the sky thing, as you recall. It was a big deal. And it wasn't sort of a happenstance kind of stealing of the blessing, as if, oh, what do we have here? Looks like someone left their blessing out. No one will notice if I just pick it up and slide it in my pocket. It was premeditated robbery. On the day that Isaac was supposed to give the blessing to Esau, and Isaac was getting old and he was getting almost completely blind. And he said to Esau, go out and kill the wild game and make that meal that I like so much, because I want to be eating when I give you that blessing. And so Esau left to go hunting because he was a great hunter, as well as being a hairy guy. It was important to know that. But Rebekah, Isaac's wife, and his other son, Jacob, overheard this. And they devised a plan where they would disguise Jacob to go in and fool Isaac. I don't know why they thought this was going to work, because he was a hairy man and you're not. His voice was down here and yours was not. So they took some goat skin and they put it on his arms. I guess it worked. And then they made another meal made out of goat. And they took this in, and Jacob took it in to Isaac. And I love the part where Isaac says, oh, that was fast. And now Jacob's got to make something up. Yeah, it was, God was good, Father. I went outside of the tent, and the deer was just kind of lying there. He must have run into a tree. In any event, it worked. And this blessing that came from Abraham to Isaac was given to.
The smell of my son is like a field the Lord has blessed. God will bless you, my son, with the dew that falls from heaven, and with fields rich with grapes und grain.
Thank you, Father. And then he ran. He ran because Esau was pissed. I know I would have been. And he ran all the way to his uncle Laban's home, where he fell in love with Rachel, Laban's daughter, his first cousin. It's in the Bible. And so he says to Laban, I will work for you for 7 years if you let me marry Rachel. Now, we don't know if Rachel had agreed to that, quite honestly. He was a landless man on the run. Yeah, those guys are real attractive. And Laban agreed. So he worked for 7 years. But on his wedding day, Laban took his older daughter Leah, and he hid her in the wedding party and then in the wedding bed, and Jacob did not find out until the next morning. That, my friends, is a heck of a party. And I might add, it was quite a veil as well. Well, of course, Jacob is pissed. I know I would be. So Laban says, you know what? You get Rachel if you work another 7 years. And so he does. And now he has 2 wives. You might want to remember that the next time someone brings up, traditional biblical marriage. So, now he's got 2 wives. And this started this weird competition between the sisters as who could have the most children. And it involved the handmaidens as well. And I know they did not have a choice as to whether or not they wanted to be part of this unfriendly competition. He ends up with 12 children. But he also gets wealthy because he is a smart, tricky guy. And he says to Laban, we've been working together for a while, and you've got your wealth, and I've got my wealth. Maybe we ought to make sure we know whose is whose. And I'll tell you what, all of those speckled, spotted, and black sheep and goats will be mine, right? And the rest are yours. Now, if you see any of those speckled, spotted, or black sheep, they're mine. And if you see any that are not in my herds, well, then they're yours, okay? And Laban agrees, but he steals all of the spotted, speckled, and black sheep and goats. But then Jacob somehow tricks the sheep and goats into breeding in such a way that they all end up breeding speckled and spotted and black goats and sheep. I don't know how it works. It's some sort of animal husbandry thing, and I didn't do well in science. But he ends up with a great deal of wealth. But the Lord says, Jacob, you need to go home. And that's where we find ourselves in the story. And we're going to do a scene for you. And in this scene, I'll be playing Jacob. And when I play Jacob, I'll put this on. When I don't, then I'm Ted again. So, just to be clear, Jacob, Ted, Jacob. Okay, you got it. Abigail!
Yeah.
Abigail?
Uh-huh.
Yes, now, as you know, we're heading home.
Yeah. Looking forward to seeing the old home place.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Maybe. Now, we're going to be passing very close to Seir.
Sir.
No, Seir.
No, sir.
Seir.
Sir.
Seir.
Sir.
It's 2 syllables. Say it with me.
Sir.
Never mind. The point is, that is where Esau lives.
Who now?
Esau.
Yeah.
My brother.
You have a brother?
I do, yes. He's a twin.
A twin? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, a brother who looks like you.
Yeah, he doesn't look like me.
Ah. So he's fraternal.
He's fraternal, yeah.
Right.
It's fraternal, not fraternal.
Okay.
The point is,
You don't look alike.
we don't look alike, right?
Yes.
All right. Good. I want you to take him a message.
Great. Should I be writing this down?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
There.
Right. Thanks.
Good. Pen?
Would be good.
All
yeah.
right, there we go.
Thanks.
All right. Okay, this is what I want you to say.
This is what I want you to...
Abigail.
say. Yes?
I don't think you need to write that part down.
No?
No.
Right.
Right. Okay, good. I have been living with Laban. That you should be writing down.
Oh, right, sorry. You have been living with Laban.
I have.
Sorry?
I have been living with Laban.
I know, I was there for a lot of it.
No. No, I need you to keep the note in the first person. I have been living with Laban.
I know.
No. It's as if you're me.
I am.
You are me.
I am you.
Right, yes.
Do I get the sheep?
No, you don't get the sheep.
Well, then I'm not really you, am I?
It's as if you are me while you're...
Oh, okay. I have been living with Laban.
Yes. No, right. Your servant Jacob.
Your servant, Jacob,
has been living with Laban
has been living with Laban.
for 20 years. I have worked for him.
20 years worked.
Right. I have oxen. I have donkeys. I have sheep. I have goats.
Oxen, sheep, goats.
No, oxen, donkey, sheep, and goats.
Oxen, goats.
Oxen, donkey, sheep, and goats.
Donkeys, sheep, and
Oxen, donkey, sheep, and goats.
Donkeys, goats, oxen.
Sheep!
Sheep, not goats?
There's sheep. There's both sheep and goats.
There is no need to shout.
The point is, the order's not important.
Okay.
What important is that he needs to be aware that I have a great deal of wealth.
The donkeys and such.
Right, yes.
Right.
All of this will be yours.
Mine?
No.
Oh. Esau's.
Esau's, yes.
That's why I'm writing.
Yes, all of this will be yours, my master.
All of this will be yours, signed, my master.
No, not signed, my master.
You're not going to sign it?
Yes, I'm going to sign it.
Good, because otherwise they might think it's from me. And as
Right.
we established earlier, I don't have any sheep.
Right, okay. The line should read, all of this is for you, my master.
Oh, Esau's the master.
Right,
Yeah.
there you
okay,
go.
okay,
Good.
okay.
Good.
Right. Is that it?
That's it.
Great. Okay. Just sign there. An initial there. It's the insurance for the goats down there. Over there. It's good. Okay.
All right. All right. Go find Esau. Go. Seer.
Right.
Seer.
Sir.
Seer.
Sir.
Go.
Sir. I
Good
got
God.
it. I don't know where that is. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah. Have you, Esau, Harry lurks out a lot. No? I'm looking for Sir. Have you seen, you don't know where Sir is? Well, it's 2 syllables. It's not really Sir. Sir.
Okay,
Sir.
so Jacob has had this thing that's been eating at him for 20 years. Have you ever carried something around for 20 years? Well, most of you aren't 20 yet. Wow. 20 years is a long time to avoid conflict. 20 years is a long time to run from something that you've done. Now, I'm a great avoider of conflict, and occasionally that works in the short term. But after a while, even those of us that are this stubborn realize there comes a point that you have to face what it is that you're about. Okay.
Jacob!
Okay, I gotta be Jacob again.
Hi, guys. Jacob!
Yes!
I just kept coming. It's a path here.
Yeah, good. Okay. Yeah. Did you find him? Yeah, good. You sure it was him? Yeah. Tall guy, works out a lot, unibrow. Yeah, you saw him? You sure it was him? Right. Did he have anybody with him? Oh, so he had family with him. Family? Not family. A couple of guys, maybe some servants? Some servants, yeah? No. Small group, 12, 14, 30, 100? He had 100, he had 200 men. He had 400 men with him. Are you sure?
Yeah, give or take a dozen.
400 men. Was he angry? Of course he was angry. I would be. Of course he was. What did he say? What did he say? Man, a few words. Esau, man, a few words. 400. 200, I think we could deal with. 400. Okay, well done. Well done. Well done. 400 men. All right. Go home, you said. You said, go home, good things will happen. 400 men. That's not a welcoming party. You know that, right? 400 men. You know, you are the one that told me to go home. You promised your descendants will be as numerous as the stars in the sky. You promised. If he comes now, oh, he may kill me, but what about the women and the children? You promised. Abigail.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to have some specifics. Come on.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I want you to take 200 female goats.
Say what now?
200 female goats.
Should I be writing this down?
Yes, you should be writing this down. 200 female goats.
Where am I going to get 200 female goats?
From the herds.
Herds?
Out back. All that noise you've been hearing.
Right.
200 female
That's a
goats.
lot of goats, Jacob.
20 male goats.
20 male goats.
200 female sheep, 20 rams. 30 milk camels, and all the calves that are with them. Right? 40 cows, 10 bulls. 40 female donkeys, and 10 male donkeys. And I think this peanut butter. And the tuna. All right.
Sure.
Okay, the goats, the donkeys, the tuna, and the kicks. I think he likes kicks.
Does he now?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's it. Go.
That's it.
Go.
Go.
Yes.
Go. What kind of payment should I be expecting for this stuff?
None.
Sorry.
No, there's no payment for it. These are gifts.
Gifts.
Yes, for Esau.
You're giving gifts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go find Esau.
Sure. Seer.
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 2 syllables.
Kicks. He likes kicks. Okay.
We're going to go back in the story a little bit. We're going to back up in the story of Jacob. We're also going to back up in my story. It was 12 years ago on this stage, I was part of a creative team that premiered a show. We called it Fight for the Blessing at that time. It was the story of Jacob and Esau. And one of those co-creators was Ken Medema, who wrote the music, and he also played an angel in the story. He also played Isaac, which is handy. And what a wonderful surprise a couple of weeks ago to realize that Ken was going to be here. And he has agreed to do a scene from that show and a song. And in this, Jacob has not received this shawl yet. But he does have this. And this was a symbol of the blessing that he had stolen from his brother Esau. Now we pick up this scene, and Ken is a blues piano player in Jacob's Ladder, a cafe where Jacob spends a lot of time. Yeah. So in this particular scene, Jacob has had a rough night. What with, the 12 kids and all. Play something happy.
No, sir, tonight we're playing the blues.
We'll change it.
Ha! No can do, buddy. Tonight it's exclusively the blues.
Why?
Check the tip jar, brother.
All right. Okay, you're on.
Nope.
No, you know what? We're not even done yet. Hang on. Okay, it's everything. Now, play something happy.
No, sir, tonight it's the blues.
Hang on.
I know you just paid me a whole lot of money to play something different.
Yeah.
But nothing has changed.
Right.
Now that's the blues. So you had a tough day, cowboy?
Do you have any idea what it's like to be surrounded every day by bah, bah, bah?
It's rough being a shepherd, huh?
I was talking about the wives and kids.
Oh, yeah, you do seem a little tense.
Yeah, you could say that again.
Okay, I will. Oh, yeah, you do seem a little tense. But you look like you're doing okay, though. I like that coat you got on. I like to hear the way the fabric moves. I got the fabric moves blues.
Thanks. Yeah. I guess I am doing okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But still, you got the blues, huh?
Yeah.
I got so much money, the bank is borrowing money from me blues.
Funny, very funny. Yeah.
And the wives?
Oh, yeah, the wives. Oh, my.
I get so much loving, I can't get no sleep at night blues.
All right. All right. All right. So why is this happening to me right now, huh?
Oh, now that's easy, son. You've been blessed.
Blessed. Shouldn't that come with a side order of happy?
You're not happy? Well, you could go home.
I just came from home.
No, I mean home. You do have a home, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Parents are still living?
Yeah, they are. Oh, gosh.
What's that about?
Mothers.
You want to tell me about your mother?
It's complicated.
Oh, it always is with mothers.
Yeah. Okay, I guess she wanted what was best for me, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Well, she had this thing Nah, that's not.
Oh, go ahead. I'm very intrigued.
Well, she had this little song she used to sing for me. My little Jacob, my number one boy.
So,
Yeah.
what did she mean by my number one boy?
Well, she thought I should have been the first.
The first at what?
First one out.
Oh, was there a race or something?
No. No, I'm a twin, but she thought I should have been the first one out.
Why?
Well, she thought I was smarter, that I would be a good leader.
Well, are you?
Yeah, I think I am smarter.
No. Are you a good leader?
I don't know.
So, you have a brother?
Yeah, at least I think I do.
You don't know?
He's still living, yes, but I'm just not sure he would consider himself my brother anymore.
Huh.
Yeah. We didn't part on the best of terms.
Something he did?
No, not something he did.
Were you close?
He was my brother.
He was?
He is my brother.
So, how long has it been since you've seen this brother of yours?
Well, I don't know, it's probably 20 years.
And how long would you say you've been suffering this pervasive unhappiness?
I don't know, it's probably about 20 years. Gosh, look at the time. Boy, I gotta go.
You don't want to talk about your brother, do you, Jacob? Because 20 years ago, you stole something from your brother.
Look, I had to do what I did.
You're lying to me. Now you go home, Jacob.
He'll kill me if I go home.
Okay, you stay. Your choice.
All right.
Well, that was not one of the options I was suggesting. You are thinking way outside the box,
All right.
partner.
I'm not letting you go until I get a blessing.
Last call, everybody. Be good to your waiters and your blind piano players.
I need a blessing.
But you've got a blessing already.
I stole that one. I want my own.
What makes you think I've got a blessing for you?
You have to. You know things. You have to.
Are you ready for a blessing, Jacob?
Sorry, Esau.
Jacob, from this day on, you will be called Israel, because you have struggled with God and with man, and you have overcome. This shawl belonged to your father Isaac and your grandfather Abraham. And now, Israel, it belongs to you.
Who are you?
Don't you know who I am, Jacob? Israel. Pathways are chosen. Years go by. Feelings get frozen. Tear ducts run dry. It's time to move on now. So I'll try to forget all the ways that you hurt me. All the rage and regret. Where do we begin? How do we even start to walk across that long, long bridge on the road to forgiveness and the healing of the heart?
Rachel, Leah, I need you to stay back with the children. No, we're going to do this privately. No, I'm sure he's still not angry. Although I'm not sure. I mean, who stays angry for 20 years, right? Esau, you look big. Did you get the goats I sent? Good. And the sheep? Good. She's a little quirky. Wasn't sure it was going to happen. Good. And the donkeys. You got the donkeys and the camels. Right. Good. Yeah, it has been a fruitful and eventful 20 years. I am married, yes. Twice. Sisters. I don't recommend that. How's father, Esau? Father. Well, Jacob, he hasn't gotten us mixed up in a long, long time. Why are you here right now, Jacob? There's nothing more you can take from me, all right? You have offered me all this wealth. I don't want it. If I wanted to kill you, Jacob, you would be dead already. You offered me all of this. Aren't you going to offer me some stew? Yeah, I know what you did. You stole what was mine. Those were meant for me, and you stole them. Now you just want to come home. No, I don't want your sheep, your cattle, your goats. I have all of the wealth I need. What do I want? I had a brother once. Why is it so hard for you, Jacob? Why is it so hard for you to just ask? Yes, ask. You have done a good job of trying to bribe me into letting you come home, but I don't recall you ever asking me to forgive you. All right. Who said anything about that being easy?
again.
All right, Esau. Will you forgive me?
How do we even start to walk across that long, long bridge on the road to forgiveness and the healing of the heart?
And Jacob arrived back home. He had a pocket full of promises, a pocket full of blessings. He had all the speckled and spotted and goats he needed. He had 13 children and 2 wives. And he had a desperate need to be forgiven. I think we all are created in God's image with the ability to create, to give, to love, to serve each other. But we also have great capabilities to hurt each other, to cause pain, to cause grief, to cause anger. You know, most of us know by the time we reach a certain age that you don't grow and change without conflict, without pain. But nobody wants it, ever. If they say they do, they are lying. And there's a number of you that know that there's a piece to the story I haven't talked about yet. When we created this play, there were 3 of us. Ken and I and Lee Eshelman wrote this play. And Lee and I were here in 2006 for NYC. In 2007, Lee took his own life. And there was grief. And there was anger. And there was guilt. Because I think for me, God left at the same time. Wrestling with God. It sounds quaint, but it hurts. And God is not afraid of our wrestling. God is not afraid of our pain, our grief, our anger. In fact, I think He wants it. He wants our anger. He wants our pain. He wants our grief. He wants our wrestling, because when you wrestle with someone, you touch them. When you wrestle with God, you are touching something holy. You may come out of it with a limp, but you may come out of it with a new name. God may show you who you really are. When we wrestle with God, we encounter Him in a way that nothing else can. So keep wrestling. Keep wrestling.